Welcome back to the Tool Crib. Today we're going to be looking at another Swiss card from Victorinox. This one is called the Victorinox SwissCard Lite. Now it's available in 3 different colors. This one is a sapphire, they have a ruby, and they have an onyx. They also have several different versions of the Swiss card. So you have the Swiss card Classic, you have the Swiss card Lite, and then they also have one called the SwissCard Nailcare. Now some of those others, they come in different colors as well. I think some of them come in pink. I think I've seen greens, a bunch of different colors for depending on which card you get. But today we're gonna be looking at the Victorinox SwissCard Lite. This is they call it out as 13 different features on this one. I actually counted as one more because I think it actually has a pretty nice little straight edge on it. So let's get into the little tools that are in this SwissCard Lite. One of the things I like about these Swiss cards is how compact they are. They're pretty small, so it's actually not quite the same size as a credit card. For the width-wise, it's pretty well on par. It's about 2 1/8. But the overall length is actually a little shorter than what you'll find in your standard credit card. So this one is about 3 1/4 inches long. It's also only about 3/16 of an inch in overall thickness. So it's a really slim profile. So it fits very nicely in a wallet, or I've noticed that it fits very comfortably in the 5th pocket of my Levi's jeans as well. So they list this out as 13 different functions. Now, the first thing that they have on here is they have a centimeter and an inch ruler, an SAE ruler. So the SAE goes up to 3 inches, a little over actually, 3 1/8. And then on the other side for your metric, you have about 7.5 centimeters. The next thing they have on here is a little letter opener, or kind of a backup blade here, but they call this one out as a letter opener. And that thing retains really well, actually. Has a little notch right there, a little bump, so that when it locks in, it puts pressure on it and it holds in there very nicely. The next thing that they have on here is something that I always like to have on me, and that's a pair of scissors. And while these, because I have pretty large hands, are a little cumbersome to operate, but just to show you how sharp Victorinox scissors are, this is a little 1/4 inch rope, or 3/16 rope. You can see how easily it just slices right through that stuff. So Victorinox scissors, one of the best out there for sure. Well, look like I tried to put that in backwards. So on the other side, we have a ballpoint pen. Now, the ballpoint pen, the only thing I have a problem with this one is I wish that it was in black instead of blue ink. All of their ballpoint pens come out in blue ink, but you do have a little backup ballpoint pen there. Now, one of the things I do like that these Swiss cards have on them, if I can get to it, is this little stainless steel straight pen. Those are always convenient to have on you. Many times I've needed a straight pen and didn't have one on me, and it tucks right in there. And then this one has a pair of tweezers as well. Now, the next tool it has on it is a little magnifying glass. And admittedly, as I'm getting older, I'm finding that more and more useful, sad to say. The next tool that they have on here is a little screwdriver tool. And this is actually pretty cool. So this has a combination of screwdrivers on it. So what you get is a triple-aught, double-aught, a double-aught screwdriver, Phillips driver, a number 1, number 2 combination Phillips driver, a 3mm flat driver, and a 5mm flat driver. I have found that this little screwdriver actually works pretty well for getting to the battery compartments of different electronic tools, and also electronic toys, or battery compartments to toys. So it's actually a pretty convenient little screwdriver to have on you for those small inset screws. Now, its namesake, the SwissCard Lite, it obviously has a little light on here. I'll tell you what, let me shut off the lights here, or tone them down a little bit. We'll take a look and see that little reading light is actually kind of bright. So I like that little reading light. Now, you can replace the battery on it too. To replace the battery, you just pull back. It has a little side switch here. You pull back on the side switch and you can rotate it out. There we go. It has a little 3-volt in there that's easily replaceable, and then just shove it back in and it's good to go again. I love the fact that you can easily get to that battery compartment. I like these Swiss cards because, first of all, they're packed with quite a few little features, and they hardly take up any space. They're super lightweight as well. And they come in a variety of different colors to kind of suit your style, your, you know, whatever color you might like. Again, this one comes in, this is the sapphire. It also comes in the ruby, and it comes in the onyx. And some of those other Swiss cards, like I mentioned before, are going to have different colors. So this has been a look at the Victorinox SwissCard Lite. It's actually a pretty convenient little gadget to have on you. These run about $31, $32, somewhere in that price range. I'm going to have links in the description box below if you want to check them out. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.